Welcome to the big house, Michigan Stadium. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. It's the UCLA Bruins and the Michigan Wolverines. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Hey, guys. Checking in with the Bruins head coach before the game. This running back has been a revelation all season long. They brought him in the transfer portal, and he has delivered. Each and every week, we see the chemistry grow between he and the quarterback and their offensive line. Now in playoff contention, making some noise in the top 15, they are starting to be a team to contend with, and it is all because of this running back and how he is fueling this offense. Reese?
Holly, thank you. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bruins offense will have the first possession of the game. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Running inside. It's Knight. Might have a chance. The 10. Touchdown, Bruins. He got a step and just dusted the field.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Stewart. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. So Michigan's offense will now get its first chance with the football. And here comes Bryce Underwood. Last time out, a solid day in a victory, throwing for more than 200 yards and a couple of scores. Throwing, Underwood. Unloads to the wideout. The sure hands, it's Marsh. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. That's a way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Marshall. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. To the air, it's Underwood. Rush is on him. He's on the move. After 45 on his way. Slides to the ground after picking up the first great play on 2nd and short. And the Wolverines will line it up on 1st and 10. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. Defense there to stop him after a 4-yard gain, and it was a good move that got him that much. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Quick release on the RPO. He steps out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Big pickup on the ground, and they're rolling. The Wolverines, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Runs through a tackle. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Right back to him on the ground. Here's a little room there. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one. And the Wolverines trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Wolverines!
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bruins offense makes its way onto the field, hoping to get things going here. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Back to the ground game on the left. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. Now, Iamaleava. Under fire. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. And the Bruins send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. Still on his feet at the 45. All out of space. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way. They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Pressure coming, trying to buy time. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and
he charges across the line. Touchdown, Wolverines!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Here's Iamaleava to throw. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
I think a big part of the formula to this team's success is their ability to get after the quarterback. In game 1, they had 6 sacks and obviously won that football game. They know coming into this one today, they have got to be able to get after the quarterback, and they're off to a great start.
Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Deafening noise. Here's Iamaleava. Quickly to the tight end. They make the stop at the 26, and let's see if they bring out the punt team. The Bruins will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Gonna field this one in tight quarters. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Breaks into the open. The 20. Touchdown, Michigan. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They scored fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the UCLA offense onto the field to start this drive. Quickly trailing by 2 touchdowns, down 21-7, and really important to get something out of this drive. The run inside. It's Knight. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. After 1 quarter of play, let's take a look and see how these running backs are doing. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. On the move, it's Knight. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again. As they come to the line on 3rd and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. Throws to the tight end. Complete to the left. Oh, he's got some space. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. And the Bruins are moving quickly down the field. Play fake, Iamaleava. Fires to the middle. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, UCLA! Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. As productive as these two offenses have been early, you really can't afford an empty possession here. Underwood. Stepping to the right. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away. Guys, top 5 matchup this late in the season. It feels like a de facto playoff game.
It is, man. This is the big showcase. Late in the season, you're proving to the committee exactly who you are, where you stand. I don't think it gets any better than this late season showdowns. A lot of time rivalries, too, Jesse. These are the best.
David, you're right. And both of these teams have been on a collision course all year long. We knew that this...
He'll off one deep down the left side. Grabs it up to 25 in stride. Touchdown, Michigan. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
Well, you got to give the quarterback a lot of credit on that one, David. As soon as he recognized man coverage, there was no question where he was going to be looking. One of the fastest wide receivers in the game.
I'm about to say, you credit the quarterback. It's his speed. You play him man-to-man, he gets open, he wins. I'm not sure why we're crediting the quarterback. He's got jets.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
He'll keep it on second down. And he'll be hit immediately. No gain on the play.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
Iamaleava from the gun on third down. Looking to the big tight end. On target over the middle. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. The Bruins will have it 1st and 10. Iamaleava makes the grab, gets away from one, finds some space. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down. Guys, let's talk a little UCLA. It's the conference finale today. Win this one, extra football ahead. It's taken a ton of hard work to get here, David, and they certainly can't afford to let down.
Yeah, and you people, Reese, you know, they're looking ahead, always pointing to the future, like they need to win today. Like their goals are still in front of them, but today is a big day in the conference to continue to keep winning.
And that's the thing I think their coach kept reminding his team of all week long. At the very start of the year, in our first team meeting, we put our goals up on the board. The #1 goal was to win the conference, and they have a chance to guarantee themselves a spot in that game with a win today.
Running inside, it's Knight. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Thomas. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9.
New running back, same result. Like, it's pretty clear what they want to do on the offensive side of the football. They want to dominate the line of scrimmage. They want to run the football, whether it's the starter or now the backup. They're going to establish that ground game. It's what they do. It's who they are.
A 1st down run on the doorstep. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Throwing, Iamaleava. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Now Iamaleava trying to find the end zone. He is stopped well short of the 1st down, but they are still in field goal range, assuming they send the kicker out there. 4th and goal from the 4, and look at this. The offense still on the field. They'll go for it. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. And this defense has a chance to make a big stop on 4th and goal from the 4. Touchdown, Bruins! Makes the grab in the corner.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. Stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Coming out with it, it's Stewart. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll try to put a drive together starting from their own 12. Leaves it with the back. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Might be calling a hot route. Here's Underwood to throw. Looking to the big tight end. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to kind of get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass, it's Iamaleava. The throw to the outside is complete. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
And a play like that seems routine, but it only works if the quarterback can get the ball out on time and out in front of the wide receiver. That allows the receiver to keep separation from the defender, and the ball hits him in stride.
Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming. Here's Iamaleava to throw. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins. Quick strike through the air for the score.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. He might want another play. Throwing, Underwood. Bringing the heat. Lets it fly deep downfield. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
And this is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready.
There's some room. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
Back open in the middle. And he's able to bounce off 1 tackle for a solid pickup. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3 ball here before the break. It is good. And with that, they've taken the lead. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country. Just about set to get this second half underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. What do they talk about at halftime, Holly?
Coach Cardi told me at halftime, this is the moment his defense has to get organized. They have been a little problematic here in this first half, giving up too many points. And now, with the opponents getting the ball to start the second half, they do not want that momentum and a positive offensive output right here to change this game. He said our defense has to make a statement and make a stand, and it starts right now. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Now facing a 3rd and long. Quarterback making adjustments. Lined up in the gun on 3rd down, Underwood. Right on the money. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
It's a bang-bang play. You're running a slant. The DB's draped all over the wide receiver. He's got to make a contested catch, but he shows really strong hands on that one.
This could be a major turning point in this game, going for it inside their own 40. Bryce Underwood to throw for it on 4th. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive.
It just must be so nice to be such a good athlete and to realize 4th down, I want to pass the football, nobody open, I got this. I can take off, I trust myself, and he gets the first down. And these are the ones that just frustrate, annoy defenses by 4th down on your own side of the field, and he just took matters into his own hands.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
Trying to impose their will with the run. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
And some room. There's a crease. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
I'll say, watching this offense this year, one of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top 25 offenses in the country in getting first downs. That running back is one of the biggest reasons. He is a weapon.
Stop just inside the 25. We'll mark it at the 24. Pick up of 10 and a first down.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Michigan! And they take it in for 6 more points. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape. So the offense definitely taking care of their business.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bruins offense makes its way onto the field, hoping to get things going here. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Looking to throw, it's Iamaleava. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on third down. Deafening noise. Here's Iamaleava. Got his man downfield. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Here's the pressure. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Again, it's Iamaleava. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. He's got an open man. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. And the Bruins look to keep this drive humming. Play fake, Nico Iamaleava. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Trying play action. Finds his big tight end. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple of weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. The give. And he was able to work his way for just a few, and that will do it for the third quarter. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. They'll run it to the right. This time they stop him in the backfield, and that has been a rare sight in this game tonight.
And after taking a loss on that last run, a little bit of pressure right now for this offense on their own side of the field. They've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but this is a critical third down that they have to convert. They don't want to give the ball back and put the pressure on their own defense.
He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. This offense has already converted once on fourth down. Can they do it again? Fourth down, Underwood. Throws to the wideout. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
And how about this coach, man? Trusting their offense, trusting their guys. You could punt the football away here on fourth down and see if your defense can end this game, but he wanted to end it on offense. He trusted his guys, and that is a huge fourth down conversion late in this football game.
The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense has needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. They're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that big run there.
And I think this will go a long way in determining the outcome of this football game. They're able to run the football with the lead late in this game. That's a good sign for this offense.
They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Marshall. And again finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
Well, you see the defense make a big play there in the RPO, and they're doing it because they're starting to load the box. If you're the play caller offensively, you might want to think about having your quarterback keep the ball and then try to throw it downfield.
Keeps it himself. He slides past the sticks. That'll be enough to convert the 3rd down. They'll use a timeout on defense here. That's their final one. The clock stops just once more at the 2-minute mark. And the Wolverines kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Looking for room, it's Marshall. Got a little grass. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. The Wolverines line it up with a 1st and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Wide receiver comes in motion. Running play to the left here, looking for the end zone. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. 5 defensive backs on the field as they desperately try to keep them out of the end zone late. Keeping it on the ground on 3rd and goal. And he's in! Touchdown, Wolverines! That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th.
Well, they get the touchdown when they needed it most. That score now makes it a 2-possession game. And guys, with just seconds to go on the game clock, this thing is all but over.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Iamaleava spits it out to the back. Got his man down the middle. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. And the offense just going to spike it here. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Scanning the field, it's Iamaleava. Here's a heat. He wants a big play here late. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. Touchdown, UCLA! The Bruins fight back with a score of their own.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score.
And the defense comes up with a sack, but I think that penalty flag is going to wipe it out. It's going to be a 1st down for the offense. Defense in the neutral zone.
Well, they got their hands team out there for a reason, and that's why in these situations you put receivers, tight ends, and dudes that can hold on to the football, knowing that, hey, all we got to do is recover this onside kick, and David, we win the game.
And man, this is such a low percentage play, right? Like, it's so hard to kick an onside and actually have it bounce correctly and go right. You're right, they put the right players on the field. They didn't get the good bounce, and this one's over.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. Line getting set on 2nd down. Quarterback may change this route. Underwood. Fires to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch. The great Nick Saban often says players often respond better to losses. They listen more than they do if they're getting away with things and wins. So maybe this is an opportunity to recalibrate.
I think you take it first and you internalize.